Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial I'll be teaching you how to make a part, and these are the materials you'll be needing. Your fusible fleece interface, popularly known as A-stay, your scissors, your foam, tape rule, multi-purpose ruler, pattern master, and of course the pattern paper itself. So let's get right into it. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly do so, guys. The first thing to do is to draft the pattern. We'll be needing the following measurements: the waist length, which is 16 inches, hip length, which is 25 inches, the hip itself, which is 40 inches, and of course the knee length, 36 inches. So let's get right into it. I'll be placing my tape rule at the 16 inches mark from the top of my paper, and then I'll mark 32 inches for the knee length. This is because when you are drafting your hip pad, it has to be at least 4 inches above your knee length. On the average, I use about 5 inches for the width of the front pattern. So I'll mark out 5 inches right now. I'll mark it out at the bottom of my pattern paper and then at the top of my pattern paper. After marking it out, the next thing to do is to roll a straight line across the 5 inches mark. I will then place my tape rule on the pattern once again, starting from the 16 inches mark. Then I'll mark out 25 inches, which is the hip length. And then at the upper part, I'll take out 1 inch away from the 5 inches. So I'm left with 4 there. I'll repeat the same thing at the lower part. Then I'll take my ruler and rule from the hip length to the 1 inch below and the 1 inch above. Once I'm done with that, I'll go to the other side of the pattern paper and mark 1 inch down. Then I'll take my multi-purpose curve ruler and make a curve on that line from the 1 inch that I took down to the 1 inch that I took above. Can you see that? Just place your ruler and make a curve, just make a gentle curve there. Then you still take your multi-purpose curve ruler again and make another curve at the lower part of the pattern. Just watch how I'm doing this. It's really easy, guys. You can always use your free hand to do this as well in case you don't have a multi-purpose curve ruler. Once I'm done with that, I'll label that part the front pattern. If you are finding this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up and don't forget to turn on post notification. For the front pattern, make sure you cut out 2 pieces, same as the back pattern. We'll be needing 2 pieces each for the left and right hips. So now we are moving on to the back pattern. This is where the majority of the calculation lies, so kindly watch carefully. You take your hip measurement, which is 40 inches, okay? Your hip measurement is 40 inches. You divide the 40 inches by 4 inches. That gives 10 inches. 40 inches divided by 4 is 10 inches. And then the next thing to do is to remember that your hip part is a thickness of 0.75 inches. And you are going to be making use of 4 pieces, so you have to calculate that 0.75 in 4 places. Okay, 0.75 multiplied by 4 gives 3 inches. What this means is that you add the 3 inches to your original hip, which is 43 inches. 40 plus 3 will give 43 inches. You then divide the 43 inches by 4. That gives 10.75. 10.75. Now the essence of doing this is to get the width of the back. Okay, the front is 5 inches, the back is 10.75, but then you have to subtract 1 inch from this your new measurement to get your back width. So instead of doing the 10.75 for the back width, I'll be using 9.75. The reason for is to prevent the hip part from getting to the fastening line or the zip line. So if you use the 10.75, it will get to the zip line. That's why I reduced the 10.75 by 1 inch. So what I'm marking right there is 9.75. I'll mark it across the top and bottom of the pattern, and then I'll take my straight ruler and rule it down. That's just the whole calculation there. Once I'm done rolling it down, I'll take 1 inch off the bottom pattern for the back, and then I'll take 1 inch off the top of the pattern, and then I'll rule across from the top of the pattern to the hip length, just like I did for the front. I'll also repeat the same thing from the hip length to the bottom, just like I did for the front. I would also take my tape rule and go to the top of the pattern, place it at 16 inches, and mark out the hip length on the other side. Once I'm done marking out the hip length, I'll pick up my multipurpose ruler and make a gentle curve to the bottom of the pattern. Kindly watch the way I'm making this curve. You can also do it with your free hand, just like I earlier said for the front pattern. Okay, so you can draft it with your free hand as well. I'll repeat the same thing at the top of the pattern. I'll take my curve ruler again and make a curve. Just watch how I'm doing this, guys. Feel free to take your time to do this over and over again. Eventually you will definitely get it. Just practice, practice, and practice. So that's what the back pattern looks like. Can you see? This is the front pattern and this is the back pattern. Beautiful, right? The next thing for me to do is to cut out my pattern pieces. I will start out with the front pattern. I'm cutting out the 1 inch that I took off at the lower part and the upper part. That's more like to give it a very nice shape at the sides. That part is where we'll be joined to the seam allowance. And then I'm cutting off the other curved area too. Okay, just take your time and cut it carefully. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Keep cutting, cut out the upper part as well, and then your front pattern is ready. I will also repeat the same process for the back pattern. I already did that offline, so that's exactly what your hip pads look like. Okay, you cut 2 of the front pattern and 2 of the back patterns. So that's the end of the drafting part of the hip pads. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Bye.